Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new Let's Play series for the channel. This is Bloodborne, and this is a game that I did play fairly recently, about a month ago is when I finished it. Finished it, loved it, thought that was so bloody difficult, I'm never going to play that again, as much as I really enjoyed it. And now here we are. I kind of missed playing it, which kind of says a lot about the toxic relationship I have with this game, I suppose. But yeah, I am very, very excited to go through this again properly for a second playthrough. I'm not going to New Game Plus it, I'm just going to start a completely new game. I heard New Game Plus for Bloodborne in particular is nails, and I found the base game as it was incredibly tough, especially the DLC. I love this one so much, and I was really surprised to find myself actually missing playing it. That makes me like to dive into it, and you know, I kind of know a bit about a lot of the areas now, so hopefully I can get through it quicker than I did the first time, which is going to make these videos better, hopefully. And if you've played it before, we can share our love/hate for it together. If you've never seen any of this before, it'd be cool to show off the game, because it still holds up really well, still looks great, even though it's like 7 years old at this point. It should be exciting, I say, very, very tentatively. And yeah, if we can talk about like the mechanics in game and all the little details as we progress through it, it's not just info dump you all at the start and bore you all to death. So let's just start a new game and pray.
Oh, yeah. Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood administration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
Oh good. I'm going to be boring and just call him Liam. Gender male, age young, origin. So this is like you can pick from this list of kind of character bases, I guess, just like a baseline. I believe I was lone survivor when I first played this, because if you see vitality, which is health in this game, is 14. I think that's basically the highest from all of these, if you go through them all. Yeah, waste of skin I think is like super hard mode. These games are already hard, but you know, your stats aren't very good compared to some of the other ones with that. So that's basically if you were like amazing at this game and you want to start with the game being even harder. And I've actually, I think over my Bloodborne experience, I did learn that strength was more important to me with my builds, because I like to be quite light on my feet and just block, well not block, like dodge attacks. So at the end of the day, health wasn't my main concern. I was really kind of leveling up strength, because a lot of these stats anyway, it doesn't properly matter for the most part which one you pick here, because you can make and improve all of these skills anyway. And that's kind of how the game works. That's how you get stronger and you progress through it. You gain blood echoes from killing enemies, then you can spend them to increase your stats. So obviously a lot of these will help in that early game stuff. But what do we go for this time? I don't want to do Lone Survivor again. I'm thinking, because I like strength, 15 strength with that one, Violent Past. So I do like the strength builds. So terribly violent past, rash but stronger for it. So vitality is still 12, which is decent. Skill, blood tinge, arcane, I don't really care about because I don't really like magic in these sort of games, with the exception of Elden Ring. So yeah, I'm going to go for violent past just because I like strength and it has the highest strength. And then we go into the proper character creator voice. I'm trying to see if sample. Let's just go mature. Build. I mean, again, I don't think aesthetically like this, I don't think it really matters. Same with like armor in this game, like the outfits you wear. There's not too much of a difference between them all, so it doesn't really matter what you wear. So it's more about aesthetics and which one you just think looks nicer in Bloodborne compared to something like Dark Souls or Elden Ring. So yeah, let's just go for standard. I don't think we need anything more than that. So you can adjust how big the heads and everything is. It's actually surprisingly detailed. If you spend a lot of time on this, you can get some really unique looking guys, or gals, or non-binary pals even. And yeah, it's not really for me. I don't spend too long in these kind of character creators because I just want to play the game, especially because with these kind of games you're just going to be wearing armor and hats and everything for the most part, so you're not really actually going to see a lot of the work that you would put into it. But some people do want that choice to really make the game more personable to them by making their character look just like them, and with all the little details you can in this one, same with like Demon Souls and Elden Ring, you can really make it look like you and like real life people and stuff, whereas I don't really bother with that particularly. I can make him sort of resemble me, but not really. Let's go for that hair. Give you some stubble. Pupils. Colour of pupils. I mean, the base there is actually quite similar to mine anyway. I have quite grey-green eyes, so I don't know if I really want to change them that much. That'll do. Tattoos or marks. Let's give him a scar. I think scars can be interesting in these games. Let's have like a little cross there. Why not? Oh, you can like change it. Oh, let's make it a bit bigger. Let's be like, yeah, you've really been through some stuff with that. I like that. I haven't used glasses before. Should we give him some glasses? Oh my god, I've just made Harry Potter, haven't I? If I move that scar up to his forehead, that would just be Harry Potter. Hello, Peter. You know what, let's give him some glasses, why not? If he's Harry Potter, he's Harry Potter. It's a mix of me and Harry Potter. Although I was called Harry Potter at school by some very mean kids, so why not? This is my revenge. I'll just pretend all these monsters in this world are people who bullied me. Okay. I mean, very, very basic stuff. You can spend a lot more time making it very different, but that's just not for me. So I think this is the guy we're going to be using. Let's go. Finalised contract. And now, we're in it. We're in it now, folks. I've committed.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
Oh, well, that's reassuring, isn't it? So yeah, I think the lore of this is like a lot of people have had like these blood transfusions and stuff, and some people it's turned them into monsters. Whereas we play a hunter who's going to go around and kill the monsters. Oh, hello, werewolf. How are you? See, the werewolves in these games actually used to really terrify me, but by the end of the game, you can kill them in a few hits. And they actually are fairly standard. What also helps is when they set on fire like that. We've done it. We've beaten the boss. We've completed Bloodborne. Surprisingly short game. Hello. I think these are called like messengers. They're actually kind of friendly-esque in a way. So if you see like little groups of them on the floor, they actually like give you tips on how to play the game a bit, I think. Again, I'm not fully understanding everything that's gone on in these games.
You found yourself a hunter.
That's a voice we're going to get used to hearing. Here we are then. Yharnam's Clinic? Yharnam's Clinic? I'm not quite sure how to say it. But here's your man. Here he is. Looking pretty badass. I do like the standard outfit it gives you, to be fair. But there is one that we'll find a bit later on. I don't know if we'll get to it in this episode, but in like the next main area of the game, really, is like the clothes I really like wearing. So yeah, these little like, you can see those creatures there. It's just a note. So it's notes that other players have left, basically, because we're playing online, so we can see all of these. And then little pieces of paper like here, few and far between in the game, but they kind of give you a bit of plot and lore and stuff. So seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. Can do, that's our mission, essentially. I think that's the way out. But yeah, I just love the sound design in this game. looks so good. Do some rolling. So yeah, I just need to get used to playing this game again, basically. We're hitting stuff like that. We don't have like a proper weapon yet, but we're not supposed to have one yet. We'll get that in a bit. Eventually we will find our way to the other side of that door. We can open it up, and we've made like a permanent shortcut. That's how you make progress in this game, really. But this door here should be open. And our Bloodborne adventure can begin. Okay. So as you can see in the top right there, I'll just explain some of the basics that I do understand. The 180 that we've got there is our blood echoes. So if you play Dark Souls, they're like the number of souls you have. That is like the currency that you spend to level up, or you can buy certain weapons with it, you can buy clothes with it, you can buy items with it, and you get that for killing things. So obviously stronger enemies will give you more, etc, etc, and you just keep building it up to level up your character and improve, and that's, you know, the main deal of the game. Underneath that, the eye symbol, we don't have any of it currently, but it's called Insight. So you kind of gain that to learn a bit more about how the world works, and eventually when you get enough, you'll find, or if you reach a certain point in the game, you'll see that the world we're going to be exploring isn't quite as it appears properly, and we'll actually see more. And I think enemies get harder the more of it you have, but you can spend it to reduce it down. The game is easier if you don't have that much insight on you. But we're also going to need some insight before we can start leveling up, as we will see a bit later on. But you gain that from like entering boss arenas. There are items called Madman's Knowledge, which you can then use to gain insight from them, which is how we're going to be doing this. So you can actually gain some insight before you fight the first boss, so you can actually level up and get a bit stronger than your standard character before even fighting the first boss, which is very handy and what we're going to try and do. But a lot of people may not find the Madman's Knowledge items that you would require, so they might actually tackle the first boss before they can level up. So yeah, we'll see if we can level up a bit beforehand. But there we go. Hello, werewolf. Just kind of desecrating that corpse. So you can lock onto enemies like that. You can see it's got less than half of its health, but the design is that we die to this. You can kill it. I didn't manage it in my first playthrough, but punch him in the face, give him a good go. Ow. But yeah, you are supposed to actually die to this thing. It's kind of the point. But you don't have to, but it is quite difficult to get, I think. So we'll just see how long we last. It's a good way of trying to get me used to the controls again. Obviously if we had a weapon, we'd do much, much, much more damage than just 3 hits. But I remember when I first played this and I died to this, I was like, oh my god, this game's ridiculously hard, you don't even have a weapon. And then you kind of see it's the design. It's quite funny really that they put this in. But then normally with these games, there normally is like a starting enemy that you're supposed to die to. It's kind of like a plot thing more than anything else. Eh. Punch him in the bum. Is not a sentence I often say. In fact, I think that's probably the first time I've said it. Especially when we've only just met, like, man. Yeah. So you can see, obviously, the red bar on the top left is our health, the green bar is our stamina. Oh, I've trapped myself, whoops. And you can see the stamina depleting when we do like an action like that. You just need to move away, let it recharge. That's kind of the core mechanics of the game. No notes left for us there by people. Ow. Let's try and regain some of that health there. There we go. We obviously don't have any health items as of yet. Whoa. Calm down, mate. Bit rude. Why such violence? Because you're a werewolf, I suppose. I'm actually quite close to beating this guy. But again, I've played it before, so I kind of just a bit more. Oh, there we go, killed me. Oh, that was really close to killing that. It's annoying. I kind of wish I did that, but never mind. It is just easier to die to it there. So now we're going to wake up to like sort of our hub world of the game, probably, the Hunter's Dream. I think you get a cutscene when you first go there, so there probably will be one now. We shall see. And this is the place where we'll be levelling up and stuff. Yeah, here we are. Oh, I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't get that. But in terms of explaining the game and showing more of it off, it's probably better to just do it there. Man, this game looks so good. Can't believe it's 7 years old and still looks amazing. Hunter's Dream. So yeah, here we go. So these gravestones here is like where we can teleport to different kind of places that we unlock as we progress through the game. So there, first floor sick room is where we were, so we can teleport back there in a bit. Here is an abandoned doll. So this is how we level up. We're going to be talking and befriending her. She was the voice we heard at the start when she was like, "So you found yourself a hunter." But to wake her up, you need to insight, which is the eye symbol in the top right. So we need to find Madman's Knowledge, or we just need to encounter the first boss for the first time. Then when we come back here, she'll be woken up and we can level up. But the main reason you want to come here right now is here is where you get your weapons. So you get them as gifts. You can buy all of the weapons eventually, but you get the first starting ones for free. So Saw Cleaver, Hunter Axe, Threaded Cane. I'm going to go for the Saw Cleaver. Obviously the Hunter Axe does more damage, but the Saw Cleaver is quite fast. A lot of the bosses in this game are like beasts, like beastly kind of things, and the Saw Cleaver does extra bonus damage to beasts, so it's a good kind of starting one to have. So I'm going to take that. Then you also get a firearm, so the pistol or the blunderbuss. I've never tried the blunderbuss, so I've never bought it, I've always just bought the pistol. You don't really use them to do that much damage, honestly. They're more so there to stagger enemies. So if you shoot them at certain points, you can stagger them, and you can do like special attacks to do extra damage, which is a good thing, especially for beating bosses, especially the second boss of this game and the first one that you have to do. A lot of the bosses in this game are optional. Then that's a notebook that I think you can use to like leave notes. That's closed, but that'll be open hopefully next time we get here. So that's all we can do here for now, but we've got our weapons, so let's assign them to our quick menu there. So now we're holding them. So there's our Saw Cleaver. It also extends a bit if you want to be a bit further away. Does a bit more damage, but it is then slower to use. So yeah, if you look at the top left as well, the number 10 there is an indicator of how many bullets we have for our gun, and the 0 above that is how many health items we have. We don't have any, so we need to go back and get some. So let's return to where we were, and now we've got weapons. That werewolf should go down fairly easily. So let's take it out. And that werewolf never comes back, it doesn't respawn. Certain enemies in the main world, obviously bosses don't come back once you've beaten them, but there are certain enemies that also don't come back once you've beaten them in just the standard areas. Most of them will come back every time you go to the Hunter's Dream, but some don't, and the werewolf here is one of them. So yeah, I'm trying to work out where we're going. It's just in here, isn't it? Oh yeah, here he is. So we're back here again, but this time it's personal. So there you go, that went a lot better this time. Aw, that was a very dramatic death from you, buddy. And sometimes you can see the glowing like orb in it there. It means it's dropped an item, so we can search it. Blood vials, those are health items, so lovely. And then these things here, spectres. If you're playing online, you can see that. So it just comes up with a spirit. So this is another player, and this is how another player died. So sometimes it can give you handy hints of like what's to come if you approach certain areas and stuff. But it's just a fun little additional feature, I think. So yeah, this is what items look like in the game, just glowing white orbs. So more health. We'll never argue with more health items. And we open the door into Yharnam. Here we are. Open world time. Open world-ish time. So I think this is locked. So again, eventually we will find our way to the other side of that gate. We can open it from that side, create a shortcut. But I think it's probably quite a while before we get to that one in particular. More bullets. You can have up to 20 bullets and health items at any one time. As you progress in the game and get certain things and items, you will be able to extend like how many you can carry of each thing. So, Central Yharnam. Okay, so quickly go down here. I'm fairly familiar with this area, so hopefully we'll get through it somewhat quickly. You know, eventually you'll come back here when you're really powered up later in the game and this area is just a piece of cake, all the enemies in it. Like this guy, for instance. So eventually we'll be powerful enough, like just one hit will take him out. Because you can upgrade not only your character, but your weapons can be upgraded as well, which is very handy. Device closed, so we'll open that. That'll be a shortcut a bit later on. Files, lovely. There's two guys here, we might as well take them out. Probably don't need to, but there's also an item here that I would like to have, so boom. Molotov cocktails, excellent. So that's like a quick item you can use. They're very handy for the first couple of bosses, Molotovs, so they're quite weak to them. So I'm going to apply that to my quick menu, and you can see then next to our health items and our bullets, you can see what items we've equipped. I'll just equip something else as well, so you can see, you just flick through them like that. That's going to come in very handy during like certain like battles and stuff where you need access to items pretty damn quick. Let's use this, and this should bring down this ladder. We can climb up. Oh, and that thing that screamed there was a hint of what's to come, because that was the first boss just screaming. Okay, so this is the lamp. This is how you make progress in all the areas in the game. And once you get to one of these, you can kind of relax a bit, because it means you made some progress. The lamp now transports you back to the Hunter's Dreams. That's how we get back to the hub area. Upon death, you will awaken at this lamp. So if you die, you will be brought back to the nearest lamp that you activated that recently. Just so you don't have to do the entire game again every time you die. So it's very nice of them. And if you have like pinky, like ready sort of lamps, that means there's probably someone to talk to in the nearby window, like this guy.
Oh, he must be a hunter, and not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yharnam has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to.
Mood.
But I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed.
Okay with that.
Reasons might be you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good.
Thanks for that, buddy. So yeah, some of these guys will be nice to you. Some of them aren't very nice. Some of them will give you things. Some of them you can actually have a few interactions with if you progress their little side quests. Some of them have extra things for you to do.
Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the healing.
So this is, you know, a few indicators of like where we need to try and find to progress the story.
And all varieties of blood. Across
Blood is the
valley
thing.
to the east of Yharnam lies the town of the Healing Church.
Cathedral Ward. Hopefully we'll end the episode by about getting there. I'm hoping to do the first 2 bosses in this episode, but it depends how difficult we find them.
Healing Church, special blood. Or so they say. Yharnamites don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight.
Mm.
This might be your chance.
Okay.
Across the valley to the east, deep within lies
Cathedral Lord, blah blah blah.
That's your best.
Okay. It's just good to exhaust all the dialogue. Talk to them a few times just in case they say more than a couple of things. Right, so eventually this will be a shortcut, but this is locked for now, so we need to come find the other side of that. So the way forward is obviously this way. Have a pebble. You can use that to like kite enemies over, so you don't have to deal with big groups of them. Just fight them one by one. Hello. Ow. There you go. If I hit him a bit, I get some of that health back that I lost when he hit me. So there is rewards for that. This game's kind of about weighing up the risk of, is it worth just backing away using a health item to get that health back, or, you know, is it worth just hitting them so I don't have to waste some health items to get as much health back as I can? Because, you know, they could just hit you again even harder, and then before you know it, you're dead. So these games are just risk-reward, but once you kind of click with them, I think it can be a very rewarding experience. There is no feeling like doing a boss that you've been stuck on for ages. It's sometimes worth the frustration. There are some bosses in this game that are incredibly hard, but that is the point, you know. The whole point of the game is that you die and die and die again, you know. Some people can do no death runs and stuff, but I'm nowhere near good enough to even attempt stuff like that. Right, so I'm going to try and not get the entire group up after me, but just these folks will do for now. Whoa, mate. There we go. Blood vial. So again, just kite a few of you over. Hi. I like these early areas where they actually drop a decent chunk of stuff. Again, I know there's a few sneaky enemies around corners like that, so. Okay, I'll come back for the rest of that group later. Yeah, don't want to deal with them just yet. Some of them are already on their way back to me, so that's fine. Some of those bullets, if you saw, have actually been sent into storage. Because you can only carry 20. So if you do pick up items in the world and you don't have room for them, they will be sent back to the Hunter's Dream in storage. So it's not just like you've wasted all those items by picking them up too soon, which is very nice. Okay. So this is the other side of that gate we saw right at the start when we first appeared here. So now it's now opened up, and that is permanent progress even if you die. Shortcuts are permanent. So there we go. So we started about here, I think, because that's where the ladder was that we climbed up, but now we can cut straight through to here. So I like that. You can see there's a guy there. We'll tackle him in a bit. I just know that, yeah, I know that this guy's coming after me, so I don't want to be fighting too many of these guys in one go. So let's just get rid of him. So you can do a light attack like that. You can press R2 for a heavy attack. You can even hold and charge one up to do a bit more damage. That helps stagger enemies sometimes. But it's all just getting used to it. You know, I learned that very slowly over numerous hours because I moved very slowly through this area when I started the game because I was quite scared. Kind of wondering how to progress from here. I don't think I want to be here just yet. There's something like nooks and crannies to this game. It's a lot to deal with. It throws a lot at you. So I think there's another person to speak to over here. You don't need to speak to all of them if you don't want to. Let's just see what they've got to say. No, well, that's... Yeah, we've met a charmer here. Okay. Screw you. Oh, hi. Didn't notice you all coming back. Eek. Okay, so that was kind of... I know they're some of the weak enemies in the game, so kind of worth just trying to get that health back from them. Thinning out the numbers a bit more. I know there's a sneaky guy around here. Trying to be all sneaky. The game does that a lot. Bloodstone shards, that's an important item. We can use those when we get enough of them. That helps us upgrade our weapon, so it can make my sword cleaver here much stronger. You can keep upgrading them. I think up to like 10 times you can upgrade them too. But you can only upgrade one weapon, or maybe two at most, in the entire game up to its max level, because eventually when you want to get them to the highest level you can, you stop needing shards and you need like bigger, rare items, and I think there's only one of those items in the main game and then one in the DLC. So there's actually, you can buy as many of the weapons as you want, but you can only fully upgrade 2 of them. When the game first came out, you can only upgrade the one, because the DLC wasn't out yet. Okay, there's a guy shooting me over there. Those guys are quite annoying sometimes. So, back away. It's fine to just take your time with these games. If anything, that's actually quite sensible. Come on then. I've actually triggered a few more of them than I would have liked, but as long as they approach me somewhat slowly, it's alright. Ooh, back away, back away. I need to, oh yeah, I'm going to health up, because that's a big group. So, triangle to heal, there we go. So I've used one of my health items. Goodbye. I love all the little, like, bit of the voice acting in this game is fantastic, and even like the little stand enemies like this, they have a few funny lines that I think are really well delivered. So you'll be able to hear a few of those. Okay. So a few more guys about. A lot of them have guns. I can see there's a few guys up there as well. Who do we tackle first? There's a guy there. Just going to run past you quickly, grab that. Touch out the way of your gun. I think there's a dog around the corner here. Is there a dog thing here? Yeah. Hello, doggy. Those guys can really mess you up. If there's loads of them, you're just suddenly swamped and they attack you so quickly you just can't get looking. Something trying to break through the doors here. Ow! We will soon see exactly what that is. How dare you, sir? Who do you think you are? Oh god, his corpse is up there, so I can't grab the item. I'll just run back up. That's fine. But yeah, slow and steady will often win the race in games like these, as I found. I used to panic and just, you know, ruin all my chances. Panic is what really kills you in this game sometimes. Cold Blood Jews are good. They're basically souls, or blood echoes in this game, I should say, that you can just store. So you can just use those items when you need to, and then you'll get blood echoes from them, so you don't have to risk losing them when you die. That is the thing in this game. Ow. If you die, you drop all your blood echoes, go back to like your nearest lamp. If you die again, trying to get them back, because you can retrieve them if you find the spot where you died, then they're gone forever. So again, risk reward. Hello friends, why can't we be friends? Okay. There's a guy over there. I think he's the last guy in this main like hub area, I think. Dunzo. We'll get that item in a minute, we can't get it right now. We can't get it that way. Okay. Not too bad of an effort thus far. That definitely took me a lot longer when I first played it. Alright. So now we move up here, I believe. You can hear something growling. We will see that guy right now, I believe. There he is. So that's who's banging on the other side of the door. It's like a troll. A few of those guys in this area. Can be quite scary. Oh, I know what we've forgotten to do. We haven't gone back to that other guy near the start, have we? Need to do that. Let's go deal with that guy first. That guy can sometimes be quite tricky, this one we're about to go back and fight. Because he is one of the tougher enemies in this first little section. Normally I used to wait until I was a lot stronger, but we've killed everything else in this first bit, we might as well go back. Because we've opened that shortcut, if we just die to this thing here, it's not going to take me long at all to get those souls back, so let's just get his attention. Hello. Fight him out in the open, so yeah, he's got quite a long range, so dodging is very important in this game, but luckily you're always quite quick. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, I thought he was going to do a third swipe at me then, but he didn't. Oh yes. So there's a charge attack on him then, and that staggered him, so that allowed us to do like a visceral attack, it's called, which does extra bit of damage. Oh, yes, okay. Well, that's probably the best a fight with him's ever gone for me, so nice to have that recorded. No damage from him, which is probably a first, but he's also dealt with. So now everything in this bit's dead, I think. So let's go and see that troll friend, shall we? Just look at this game now. I love this aesthetic. Like, I would happily live in a place like this that looked like this if there wasn't so many dead things and things that wanted to kill you all around. Another person here. You'd be right. Nice chatting. Okay, I think behind all of these things here, there's a thing to drop down. Yeah, so we can drop down there. I don't think we want to go there just yet, but we will have to go that way a bit later on. Then over here are some nasty giant crows. Absolutely vile. I think the lore behind these guys is they can't fly that high and for that long, as you saw. They can only basically jump because their wings are full of bile and blood, so they're just too heavy now to fly, which is absolutely disgusting. But to be fair, everything in this game is horrible and disgusting. Right then. Troll friend, he's got, you know, trying to force you to try and fight him a bit because of those items. Okay, you can't sneak up on him, he sees you. And you know, he's got a brick, so that's nice, good for him. Yes! Another visceral on him. And that's a map for the count. Okay, that went well as well. Nice. I remember dying to that troll a lot when I first played this. He gave me a lot of trouble. Okay. Not going too badly. Ah, here we go. So we were on the other side of this a bit earlier. That was the item that we couldn't quite get to. So we now got that. Cold Blood Dew. And then I think we can open this gate a bit later on. Yes, we can. And we definitely want to talk to the person by that window. You can kind of hear a little music box, which is an important component to a future boss. But that's the lever that we actually need to open that gate. So we'll find our way to the other side of that eventually. Hello. Hello, gross, horrible, undead dog thing. Ow. God, those dogs can just get you so easily. Okay, what did you say? Fearhound. Yeah. See some of those notes that other players leave. It's obviously like good tips on what to expect in the upcoming areas. Sometimes they'll just outright lie to you because people like being trolls, but come on. Oh, gun guy's seen me. I like kind of getting the dog's attention first because they can be a bit troublesome if you've got groups of people coming at you. Good, come on then. That's right, I killed your dog. What are you going to do about it? Oh, you're going to set me on fire. Okay, well, fair enough. I too would set someone on fire if they hurt my pet, so you know what. Maybe I'm the villain in this story. What we're doing is freeing them from awful, awful fates that they found themselves in. Because these guys all used to be humans, I believe. And then they got infected by the blood and turned them into gross monsters. So we're just, you know, freeing them from an awful, awful fate. Oh, I didn't know there was another dog here. Okay, good. Whew, surprise dog. Bullets. Bullets are very handy for the second boss of the game, and the first one that you absolutely have to do to progress the story. Because I like parrying that guy very much, but hopefully we'll get to him at the end of this episode. Okay, bridge here. 2 werewolves there. We're not going to fight them yet. They're better to fight when we approach them from a different angle on the other side of the bridge. Is there anything around here for us to grab? This end of the bridge? On the other end of this bridge is where the first boss is, so we will get there. Aha! Bloodstone shard, lovely. Okay. So yeah, we'll deal with those 2 later. Again, I remember dying to those 2 werewolves a lot. Another bloodstone shard. And there's a place down there we can get to as well, which we'll need to do. So this is the big area where we killed lots of things, like the guys shooting us and stuff. We're now overlooking that. Just getting a sense of how things kind of link up. The bloodstone shard. Oh, they're very generous with those in the early parts of the game. I suppose they should be. Do we want to go here yet? Or do I want to go back to the other shortcutty place with the dogs in cages? Maybe it's best to do the other bit first for now. Let's go back. Obviously, because areas like this are fairly open, it's all about exploration, finding your way around. I can't imagine of playing this when it first came out and you just don't know what to do and what items did what. I'm glad I kind of came to the game later. That is my struggle with Elden Ring at the minute, is that I just don't know where to go and what to do in what order, because people haven't had years to work it out yet. So I've always come to these games quite late. Okay, so yeah, this is where we need to drop down now. Next to where we talked to that person before. A few dogs in cages here. Sorry, puppy. But don't want to risk you breaking out and killing me, do we? That would be not good. Hello. Ow. God, these dogs are a pain in the neck. They've got a bigger pain in the neck now, though, I suppose, because I sliced it open. What's up here? Ah, okay, good. This is how we approach the werewolves on the other side of the bridge, actually, so we might be able to deal with them now. There's an item here. Goblet dew. Okay. Open that. Guy here. So I think we can go to the other side of the house eventually, but we can't open it. Oh no, we can open it from the side. Oh, that's very handy. Another little shortcut there. Lovely. Guy in a wheelchair here who would try and shoot you, so let's just deal with him straight away. Grab the item. Okay, let's go upstairs. There's a guy here, I think, yeah. And then there's another guy around here. They put items there like that to tempt you, in the hope that you don't see hidden enemies like that. Just so rude. Good. Then up here, another guy there. Hi. So that's on the other side of those two werewolves now. So we're a bit further along the bridge. Again, carry on down there. First boss is there, but we're going to try and level up before we fight what's there. But while we're here, let's try and get the attention of the werewolves. There we go. Little tip for these guys: if you don't want to fight them exactly head on, if you run in here, just lead them in here. They actually can't fit through that doorway. They can still hit you, but they can't actually follow you in, which would make the fight a lot harder. So you can lead them in, get a few hits in and try and back away, because their swipes have quite the range. But if you really want to just get them out of the picture fairly early on, that's a good thing to do. Ow. Okay, let's heal up, just in case. So a swipe from these guys can be pretty bloody dangerous. Yeah, I've killed your friend. We're all upset. Oh, God. Get some of that health back, thank you. Come on, swipe at me if you're gonna. Thank you. I don't know why I thanked you for attacking me, but to be fair, I am attacking you. I did kind of start it. Actually, no. You followed me in here. You started it. It's your own fault. Okay. Oh, Bloodstone Shard, excellent. I think that's a rarer drop from the werewolves, so that's good. Okay. Good. So that's them dealt with. Until we, like, go back to the Hunter's Dream. Because they will respawn. Those werewolves respawn, but that first one you fight doesn't. Okay, so we've already been here, because this is where we first encountered them. So yeah, this will be, we need to come back here a bit later on, get past all of those, and fight the first boss. But for now, I'm just going to go back down here. So yeah, my rule when I play these games is I will try and kill everything in an area at least once. Then once I've done that, if I die and then come back, I will then, if I can, just run past a lot of the stuff. Because that just makes the game, you know, a bit quicker to get through, a bit easier, so you don't waste health items trying to get to things. Aha! Little shortcut here. Back to the lamp. So you remember we were on either side of here a minute ago. You climb that first ladder up, we find ourselves here. So that's that permanent shortcut opened. No point returning to the Hunter's Gym yet because we don't have any insight, so we can't level up yet. We still need to find a Madman's Knowledge. I think there's a couple of them around in this first area that we can try and find. I think that might be where that other shortcut we didn't go down leads. Well, not really a shortcut, where I could have dropped off but came back the other way. Okay, there's 2 trolls here. So this here is where we need to come to get to the second boss. There's a shortcut we can unlock here a bit later on. But while we're here, try and deal with them a bit. Oh, well, you're really following me all the way up, aren't you? Okay. We're good now, we're good. Just a bit out of range. Rude. Oh, I wasn't expecting you to get me then. Ow. Ow. Rude. Okay. Worth healing a bit here. Don't want you to kill me, per se. Sounded like I said something else. I said per se. I didn't say what you might have thought I said. Okay, your friend is dead. You're next. Oh yeah. Nice. Okay, so yeah, this will be the shortcut here. So it's an elevator you can take down to where the second boss is, but you need to actually activate the lift at its other destination before you can then just use it either side. So again, it's just about unlocking shortcuts. So yeah, that's where the house is. Where do we want to go next? Let's see what's up here. Oh yeah, that's where the item was that we got. So maybe down here again now. Oh yeah, so this is where the dogs were. So yeah, okay, we're carrying on down here now. So that's where the first lot of dogs and cages were. So we're just carrying on from that point. Sorry, dogs. Dog? Hello, doggy. Goodbye, doggy. Alright. Then there should be a dog barking at someone in a house here. There you are. Good. Do we know of a safe space? Not currently, but we will find a safe space. We can come back and tell her where to go, even though this woman is absolutely horrible. So rude. Oh, I am trying. No, because I don't know where to go yet. It's not hugely important that you can come back and tell her where to go once you find the safe space, but I think later on in the game she can give you a few items every now and again. Nothing super important, but okay, let's go through here. There's a cool person to meet here that I didn't do justice to in my first playthrough. I'm going to try and fix that with this playthrough. I think they're in here. Yeah. So this is Eileen the Crow. She's a fellow hunter like us.
Oh, a hunter, are you? And an outsider? What a mess you've been caught up in. And tonight of all nights. Here, to welcome the new hunter.
Thanks. So those are items that you can use to teleport back to the nearest lamp without losing your souls. So it's basically you can get back to a lamp without having to die to get there, which is handy.
There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now.
You're so right.
Lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts. No matter.
So true. Shake off cape. So that is little thing you can do. How do you do it again? I can never remember. Oh, there we go. Gestures. These are those different things that you can do. A lot of this is when you like interact with other people online, you can do different gestures. But she just taught us shake off cape. So if we just do that. There you go. Oh, it shook hers a bit as well. Sorry. So yeah, that's just something that you can do.
Still doing here? Enough trembling in your boots. A hunter must hunt.
I don't see you hunting either, Eileen. Come on, Eileen. So yeah, she's like a little NPC. She's a friendly NPC. And you encounter her in lots of different areas. As long as you find her in the right order, she will... Now we've talked to her here, she'll pop up somewhere else a bit later in the game. And you can do extra things with her and for her, and you can get rewards for it. Unfortunately, I mucked up when I played this the first time through, and she died before I could do much more of her quest. I accidentally didn't help her beat someone that we were fighting, and she died to it. So I'm hoping that may be the case this time, and I can try and continue her quest a bit. But again, no promises. Okay, have to be a bit careful with cutting these things down. They actually have items in these bodies here, but sometimes you fall off with them and it's a bit embarrassing to do it. So you have to be a bit careful. So having the extended sort of cleaver is helpful for those. So we'll try and find them eventually. I actually think now we are here, there's no way properly to go down and without taking damage, which is a bit mean. But you need to do it to speak to Eileen, so need to find... I think we can drop down into that thing there. It's tough lining it all up in my head. There's a few moments like this where you need to do that bit of platforming and it's just a bit like, whoopsie, hello. These guys can be quite tough. I remember, again, died a lot to those guys when I first played this. And there's a couple of them in this room, so let's be a bit cautious. We can see one there. Can we sneak up on you? If you walk a bit slowly, sometimes you can sneak up on them if they haven't seen you. And there you go, you can do a bit of bonus damage to them then. Lovely. I think there's a few guys with guns in this room as well, if I remember correctly. Ah, well, I think that just proved it, didn't it? Where are you shooting me from? Oh, literally here. Hi. Nice to see you. Bye. I have a feeling there's 2 gunmen in this room. I could be wrong. That's one way out. Ah, there's another one of those guys. Hi. Good. Good. Okay, not too much of an issue there. Maybe there wasn't another gun person. Okay, then up here is where we came in. So that's where we went out to speak to Eileen. So let's go out the other exit. We could also drop down into that bit, which we'll need to explore there later, because there's a few good items there. And obviously the items we cut off for those people, and they fell down, we need to go and get them as well. We can do that here. There's a ladder right there, but let's clear out this bit first. Oh, you've seen me. Hi. Oh, I wish you hadn't spotted me at the same time though, that's a bit annoying. How did you get me from so far away? Oh god. Oh dearie me. I think we need to take out Mr. Gunman here first, because he might... Oh god. He's causing me a bit of bother, aren't you? Both of you. Eh? Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Completely did not predict the range that you have, sir. Oh, and I've fallen down. So I guess we'll deal with him later. Not the end of the world that we're down here. We're going to come down here anyway. But there are a few things to deal with now. I feel like I can hear something particularly close, which I'm not loving. Oh, there's nothing this end. Well, since we're here, let's do a bit of an explore. There's a ladder there so we can get back up. Trying to remember bits and pieces of where this is. Oh yeah, because we want to drop down and get that item a bit later on. Oh, I tell you what. Not actually the worst thing in the world that we've got here. So I believe up here is a shortcut. So since we're here, it makes sense to open it, doesn't it? In case we die a bit later on. Okay. And it's someone we want to talk to. I think they're up here somewhere. Oh yeah, they're up that ladder actually. I think there's some crows around here. These crows ain't loyal. Oh god. Ow. Rudeness. Rudeness. Antidote, lovely. That'll come in handy in later. Excellent, that's another reason to come here. Yeah, antidotes will be handy later on. But Madman's Knowledge, that's the item that we wanted to get insight. So we can use that and get some insight. Then we can go back to the Hunter's Dream. The doe will be awake, and we can level up. But first, let's try and sneak up on this troll. Get that on you. Hopefully that just takes you out. I think it did. Yep. Get a blood vial from you. Is there someone here? Okay, nice talking. Right. So I think the shortcut up here. Perhaps. Yes, here we are. That opens that up. So this is where we saw the lever through the other side earlier on. So that's now open. And here's everything that I killed in this bit before. So that's lovely. And we want to talk to the person in this window.
Are you? I don't know your voice. But I know that smell. Are you a hunter? When did you go look for my mum? He never came back from the hunt. And she went to find him. But now she's gone too. I'm all alone. I'm scared.
We'll find her.
Really? Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch.
Red jeweled brooch.
And beautiful.
Need to bear that in mind.
Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box.
There we go. That's also important.
It's one of Daddy's favourite songs.
Well, not necessarily important.
We play it for him so he remembers.
That's a bit of a hint there.
But he's gonna look without it.
Okay, so while I'm here, I'm going to equip that music box. Just in case you want to use it. Because it's actually a good item to use against the boss. Because, spoiler alert, that girl's dad is one of the bosses that you have to beat to continue in the game and advance. Okay, so we can go back down now. Yeah, we've done that. Lovely. Okay. So what we really want to do is find our way back up to the top of this area. There's a crow down there I can see. But yeah, I actually can't get back up there just yet. But I think there's a ladder somewhere here, isn't there? Yeah. Okay. We don't necessarily have to go back up here because we've basically killed most of the things, but we do want to grab all those items that we missed because I fell off a bit too soon. And there's the guy who was trying to kill us before. So we'll have to finish him off. Okay. I do want to drop down and get that, but again, things to kill up here first. We haven't been quite this far this way yet. Ow, ow. Don't peck me, I'll peck you. Oh, hello. Surprise crow. Right then. Oh, hello. Hello, hidden crows. You were guarding an oil urn. That's your life, is it? Alright, let's go back and try and finish off that guy who was very, very keen to kill us. Where are you? Oh, there you are, you're over there. Where that item is. Grab that while we're here. Hi. Just lead him where there's a bit more room for me. Oh, where have you gone? Where'd you go? Did you fall down? That's strange. He's... Oh no, he's over here. You took the long way around to find me, pal. Just saying. There we go. I don't know why he fell... Oh, maybe he did accidentally fall down trying to get to me and he had to climb back up. So some enemies can go down the ladders, which is actually quite scary, but that's fine. Okay, I think that's everything up here dead now. So, let's try and do a bit of platforming onto that beam. Yeah. Not exactly designed for the platforming these games, really. There we go. So that's important to get, because that helps upgrade our weapon. Yoink. We live here now. So this is where we were before, wasn't it? Yes. Okay, so we want to carry on down here now. A few things to do. Get those, and then these guys will come to life. These guys are actually quite horrible. And again, they have quite the reach and do good chunk of damage at any one time. So you don't need to kill them, you could easily just run past this lot, but since we're here, we're trying to get everything we can. And they can sometimes drop nice, good things, but I just love the designs of some of the creatures in this game, because it just asks you so many questions, like how did you get here? How did you get like this? Like, where are your legs? Why do you think the sewers are a good place to live? It's gross. It's horrible in here. Didn't you know it's horrible here? I mean, I know you're also horrible. Okay. I think that's all them dealt with. You know they're slightly tougher enemies. That was more everywhere. You know they're slightly tougher enemies when they give you blood vials. Ooh. Nasty. Nasty people, all of you. There we go. You both dead? Yes. Good. What's there? What's in here? Nothing. Good. Okay. So yeah, this leads... There's some crows about to drop on us. This leads to the other end of the elevator, or the lift, which is the shortcut to the second boss. So good to come down here. Nothing special in there. All of those guys there as well. Figured there'd be an item there, otherwise why put the person there guarding it? And the bloodstone shard, lovely. Gonna be able to upgrade quite a few times, I think, our weapons. Ow. Enough of the rudeness. Ugh, that grab is just something else. Okay, more crows to drop on us. Hi. How are you? Crow. Crow. There we are. Okay, dealt with you. Pebbles. Lovely. Okay, so you can see there's a giant ass pig. Let's call him Pumbaa, because giant pig. He will obliterate us, quite frankly. Approaching him from head on, you can do it, you can dodge out of the way, but if he does get you, that takes most of your health bar, and it probably would kill me. But you can actually, a bit later on, sneak around the back of him and take him out, which is what we're going to try and do. So we're going to leave him there to his business and just climb this ladder. So I think this should take us to that shortcut to the second boss. Since we're here, we might as well do it. Yeah, here we are, it's this bridge here. So here is where the elevator comes to, so we need to activate it. This will take us down to where we fought those two trolls, which are now still both dead, so we're not going to have to deal with them again. But just good to show you where the shortcut is. Here we are. So there should be two dead trolls around here. There they are. Hello. Hello friends, how are you? So yeah, that's where the shortcut is. That's... Do we need to head back down? Or can we just leave that there? Where do I need to go? I actually think we've done everything for now that we need to. I think we're ready for the first boss. So I think we need to head back to wherever the lantern is. And from there, go back to the Hunter's Dream and level up, and then I think we can tackle the first boss. I'm just trying to remember and place in my mind where the hell the lamp is. So even when you run around this place a lot, it's still tough sometimes to get everything clear in your head about how it all lays out. Is it up here? Ah yeah, it's up here. There we go. Got them in the end. Okay, so here we are, back here. But what we want to do before we go to the Hunter's Dream is use that Madman's Knowledge we got to give some insight. So let's use that. Boom. So now we have 1 insight, as you can see, in that little eye symbol thing. So now, once we go back to the Hunter's Dream, the dog will be awake, we can level up. So a lot of people, again, kind of may miss those items and can't level up until after they've encountered the boss for the first time. But you can do it a bit earlier than that.
I am a doll, here in this dream to look after you. Honorable hunter, pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will have peace, and I will be here for you.
Oh, friends forever.
Embolden your sickly spirit.
I mean, that's not exactly a compliment, is it?
Did you speak with Gem?
Speak with German.
He was a hunter long, long ago, but now serves only to advise them. He is obscure, unseen in the dreaming world. Still, he stays
Sounds
here
fun. Sounds nice
in
and
this
kind.
dream. Such is his purpose.
Cool. Right, we will level up with her in a minute.
Find your worth in the waking world.
But she mentioned German, so we can go and talk to him now. Okay, so once you revisit the Hunter's Dream, you have these items waiting for you. I think those are just items you can access the DLC a bit later on, but we're well off the point where we need to do that. And again, like Old Hunter Bell, I think that helps you to like invade other players' worlds if you want to be a bit of a dick. You can do that sometimes. Here we go, here's German.
You must be the new hunter.
That's me.
Welcome to the Hunter's Dream. This will be your home for now. I am
German.
Gammon. Friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this.
Okay.
Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do.
So true.
Get used to it.
Here we go. This is telling us what we can use this for.
We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find.
That's disgusting and disturbing, and there will be a bit more on his fascination with the doll a bit later on. I think Gurman made the doll, and if you play the DLC, you will meet the person that he based the doll on. It's actually probably my favourite boss in the game, arguably. To escape this dreadful hunter's dream, halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts, lest the night carry on forever. Kill stuff, basically. So yeah, this is a memory altar. We can't use this yet, because we don't have the tools, as Gurman was talking about. They don't have as much as they used to. But if you beat a certain optional boss, you can gain the tool again to actually use that. But here is where we can work on our weapons. So you can fortify or repair them. You want to fortify them with blood shards. There we go, and we can do it twice. So we level up. That was sword cleaver +2, so it does extra damage, etc., etc. And we need another 7 bloodstone shards now to level it up again. So we're going to have to do a bit more exploring in different areas, but happy to have leveled that up a decent amount. And then if you just want to repair it, which we don't need to right now because we just fortified it, you can also spend souls to do that. Because the more you use some weapons, it'll wear them down a bit, and you want to keep on top of their kind of health, I guess, because if it gets to a certain point, you know, they'll start not doing as much damage as they should. Here is a Bath Messenger, so this is where you can basically just buy or sell things. So you can buy a few items here. We're not going to buy anything just yet, but if you want to like farm souls and buy blood vials, you can do that. You can buy bullets, cocktails, all of that. And as you progress through the game, you'll unlock more stuff that you can buy a bit later on. I don't know how far in the game you have to be to do it, but you can buy a very good weapon from here that we're definitely going to be using. Because that ended up becoming my go-to weapon. Okay, I think we're ready to level up.
What is it you desire?
Channel blood echoes, please. So use blood echoes to raise stats and level up. So every time you increase a stat, that counts as a leveling up.
Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
Okay, so we're currently level 10. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can level up 5 times. We can go to level 15. I think we can probably push that a bit further if we use some of those cold blood dews we kind of gathered around and give us a few extra ones. But let's just do this standard for first. Okay, so definitely want to do strength a couple of times, vitality again, maybe endurance as well. Let's go strength 18. Okay, so that brings us to level 15. And that leaves us with 154. So we've leveled up, you know, basically half over from where we first started already. So that's a good start. But the more, every time you level up, the amount of blood echoes you need to level up again increases. So eventually it's going to get to a point where you need like 20, 30,000 blood echoes to just level up the once. But as you get further into the game, more enemies give off more blood echoes when you kill them, so it doesn't sound as daunting to like, how am I going to get 30,000 echoes? But, you know, again, those enemies can kill you and you might lose God knows how many blood echoes, which isn't as fun. But let's see, so we've got 7 level 1 cold blood dews and 1 level 3. I find it, you know, in situations like these when you're about to level up, or you want to level up a bit, especially in the earlier areas of the game, I just use all the ones that I have. Because you can always get more blood echoes. So we've got another 3,600 now, so we should be able to level up another couple of times.
Very well, then.
Yeah, we can level up another twice that already. So let's do another vitality and another strength. So level 17, pretty well prepared, I think, to tackle the first boss, which is what's next on the agenda. We've kind of explored the whole first area now. I think we've gone everywhere, except for the other end of that bridge where the boss is, and then obviously where the second boss is as well. So we want to go back to central Yharnam. And yeah, let's do this, shall we? I think we shall. Okay, so now obviously we've been to the Hunter's Dream, we've come back, every enemy is now respawned, but because we've like the shortcuts we've unlocked, we can skip a lot of them. And if you really wanted to, you can run past a lot of them as well. So there we go, we can deal with him. So obviously got the trolls down there again now, but we can just get onto the bridge by going through the house, because there's far fewer enemies in here. And again, we don't necessarily need to kill this guy because we won't attract his attention, but every time you kill him he does give off bullets, so it's good to kind of farm those. And you will see as well, now we've improved our weapon twice. Look, that guy died in one hit, and whereas it would have taken 2 or 3 hits before we upgraded our weapon, now only a couple of hits will kill somewhat stronger enemies like them, which is very good. So I think this guy is also fairly easy to kill now. There you go, 1 hit and he's dead. So now those werewolves will be back, but we don't need to bother them because we've done them. We've done everything on that side of the bridge. This is the side we haven't been to. I've got my Molotov cocktails equipped already because they're good against this first boss, which is called the Cleric beast. And because it's a beast, this sword cleaver here does some extra damage to it, so that's why it's a good starting weapon as well. Let's try and deal with these crows and this troll first. Don't want them running after us. It's the trouble trying to like kite these things. They can be very, very slow. There you go. Crows now die in 1 hit with our improved weapon. Sometimes you can kite these guys over and still not bother the troll, which is very handy. Because then you can get a backstab in if you're sneaky. Okay. Come on. Follow me. There we go. Okay, so let's try and be a bit sneaky. Luckily his peripheral vision's not great, it would seem. Walk onto him. And lovely. That's him dealt with. Good. Okay, so only thing standing in our way now is the Cleric beast, the first boss. So let's just keep going down. Oh well, this is nice, look, a nice empty bridge. I'm sure nothing will hurt us here. Absolutely nothing at all. No way in hell. Oh! And there's a big ass Cleric beast. Oh, well, I'm a bit annoyed at that. Oh god, hello. I'm a bit annoyed that that Molotov didn't hit, but what can you do? Hi, how are you? Oh, good. We've got a visceral then, we staggered him with those Molotovs. Ooh. Ouchie. Okay. I'm gonna treat myself to a bit of a heal. Ouch. So it's just good to kind of stay nearer the legs from this guy. Move around him a bit. It is a bit restrictive on the bridge. It can make it a bit difficult sometimes. But we're not doing too badly. Ow. Yoink. Oh, I was expecting you to get a lot closer to me then. That's fine. Whoa! Meanie. Aren't you just incredibly mean? Oh, I can't see a thing. There we go, let's move around you a bit. Ouch. Caught on some scenery, but that's fine. Bit of a heal. Right. I'm still working through my Elden Ring-ness, I think. So you really do... Oh, I think I've got it, there we go. You really do want to actually be quite close in to a lot of the bosses in this game, a lot of the enemies. But I'm still very much trying to keep away, like I've got a shield in Elden Ring. I need to unlearn that, but what's important is we did it. Cleric Beast is down. Happy with that, first try. First time I played this, I was stuck on him for quite a while. And I nearly gave up and decided the game wasn't for me. But here we go. Right, so, now we've killed him. Spawned a new lamp here, so we've got that. And we've got probably, I think it's probably 4,000 blood echoes from killing it, so we should be able to level up again. So, back to the Hunter's Dream we go. And then we can get to the second boss. But yeah, happy with how that went. Obviously, like, as you saw, the Molotov cocktails do a decent chunk of damage to that guy. He's very weak to fire. And throwing them at its head, I think doing the damage to its head is what staggers it. So throwing a few of those at its head really did help. I've only got one left now, but again, you don't need to. I have done that before when I haven't relied on Molotovs quite as much, but for the first boss you might as well try and, you know, exploit its weaknesses as best you can. Oh, we can level up twice more actually. Excellent. Okay, in that case, let's do an endurance. And let's do a vitality. So now we need 2,601 to level up again. So I'm not going to be doing that. And as you can see, we've got a lot of insight there. We've got an extra 4 insight. I think 1 from entering the boss arena and 3 for killing it. And there is going to be a spot here. This is where you can... So there's another like thing you can buy stuff from, but you spend insight instead of the blood echoes here. But we're not going to spend anything just yet, because I want to spend some insight once we've defeated the second boss, which we're going to give a good go now. So we want to go back to Central Yharnam. So now we need to use that shortcut that we opened with the elevator. But actually, before we can get to the second boss, we can also take out the giant pig, because that the access to that guy is on the same route. Looking forward to encountering the second boss again. We'll see how it goes. Father Gascoigne is his name. Actually, the tiny music box there is who you can use that against, because Father Gascoigne is actually that little girl's father. So if you play the music box a couple of times, it will like stagger him and allow you to get a few hits in. It's not hugely necessary, particularly with what I did with Father Gascoigne is I parried him a lot. So we're going to be using a lot of our bullets in that fight, I think. Let's just try and run past these guys without taking any damage. Thank you. And once you're through this bit here, they don't bother you, but it's fine because we left the elevator here anyway. So bye. Alright, so send it back up as well. Step on the button to send it back up, just in case we die and need to come back. Good. I'm also going to use that one Molotov on him because I might as well. Good old Father Gascoigne. So yeah, this is where that ladder took us to before, when we found the elevator. And now we've got a bridge full of enemies. There's quite a few guys at the front there. You see that big ass ball in the distance as well. There's a troll there who will set that on fire and push it down at you. So if you want to cheese this bit, I don't know again who found this out, but I learned it. Just stand at this bit, and the guys will run past you and not notice you. And then a lot of them will then be taken out when the troll throws down that ball of fire. As he should do any time now. There you go. And we just watch with glee as they're all bowled over. So yeah, sometimes they'll all be taken out, sometimes just one will survive. If you're very unlucky, sometimes like 3 or 4 of them will still survive it, but thankfully wasn't the case this time around. We got some items and bullets from it. So now it's the troll to deal with, and there's also like a werewolfy guy with a shield, I think, at the end of this bridge. I want to just kite either one of them will do at this point. There we go. Hello. Hello, sir. How are you? Oh, no. You don't want to get too far away from where you're comfy, I understand. All the comforts of home and all that jazz. Ah, damn, not close enough. Whoa, mate. Let's just relax, shall we? Whoa. There we go. No, I just killed it. Okay, good. Then you. Hi. How are you? Good. Okay, so that way is to the boss, but first we want to go down this ladder. Whee! I love going down the ladders like that. Long ass ladder, actually, look at that. Okay, so this brings us back into the sewers, but crucially, the other side of the pig. You would have thunk it. Wouldn't recommend going down there because I think that would just kill you. So let's try and sneak up on it. think you can probably do a visceral attack on it. So let's just go quite slowly, quite slowly, quite slowly. There we go. And a visceral. Oh, that's incredibly painful. And there you go, dead in one. So you could have a much, obviously, longer fight with it, because sneaking up in it like that does a lot of extra damage, but it's guarding a few nice items for us. Actually thinking about it, I think there is an area of the sewers we haven't explored. There's a bit with lots of rats that we haven't gone to. I've just remembered that. So I'm pretty sure there's some good items in those sections. And I want to show off all the entire area. We might as well, mightn't we? Even though now everything is back, isn't it? Which does make it a bit more of a bugger. Ah, this was the place, wasn't it? Okay, yeah. So I picked up an item before. I could have dropped down here, but I went the other route instead. Was this the other place I wanted to get to? Yes, it is. Okay. So this is the other bit that we didn't quite show off. Well, we did go to this area because I remember taking out all those guys, but I didn't actually drop down to this particular part of the sewers because you can see there's giant rats down there, and therefore items we haven't gotten. And I can't believe I had the right to think I could play this game and not show you the giant rats. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are a lot more giant rats in this game, but, you know. Hi. Okay. Is there a ladder down here, or do you have to drop down, I wonder? Oh no, I can see a ladder there, actually. Okay. So, giant rats galore down here. I hate their eyes so much, can't even tell you. Okay. See, there's a few little items here I think would be good to go and get. Can't remember which route's best to go to, but... Aww. In a strange way I find them quite adorable, apart from when they try to kill you. But just like their little hops and the little swipes they take. It's kind of endearing. Ah yes, and there's you guarding a thing. How could I forget? I think these guys are my least favourite enemies in this first area, just because it can be quite a challenge. And they're just rude, quite honestly, rude. Good. Okay, what were you guarding? Is it a bloodstone shard? I have a feeling it's a bloodstone shard. Oh no! Okay. That's this I remember, yes. Some hunter garb. So that's where you can get some clothes. This is like a variant of... let me just take all my clothes off. I like you can see where the blood stops, because we've been wearing some clothes. Let's put the hat on. I'm actually going to leave that, because... although that does offer better protection, might as well put it on. It is a bit stronger. So yeah, this is one version of the hunter gear that you can get at this game. I think this is what they wear on the cover of the game. But there was actually like another variant, I think, in terms of like the jacket and coat that you can get. It's in the area after this current one. And that's what I wore for like the whole game, because I just thought it was great. So yeah, that's kind of what I will be wearing for the whole game once we get to it. But since we've got some new clothes, let's show it off, why not? Okay. They're just staring at something, so I'm guessing there's an item there as well. Come on. You little swipers. Swiper, no swiping. Anything here for me? Okay, no. So, you know, it's only a tiny little bit of the map, really, but I wanted to show off everything. So I think now we have explored everything in this area, apart from where the second boss is. So yeah, that's the bit of the sewer with all the horribleness. Those like guys with no legs that might swipe at you. Well, that's unfortunate. And just drop off because it's not worth it. Right. Well, I wasn't expecting this ambush, but you know what? Oh god, oh god, oh god, hello. Oh no, no. There's two of these guys now. Not worth it. I'm just gonna drop off onto there. And drop off onto here. And I guess just keep running. So we have beaten everything in here before. So you are no longer worth my time. Goodbye. So that's where Pumbaa was, now dead. But I actually think we're going to go back here, take the shortcut back because of this little detour. I think we've probably got enough souls to level up again now, so we might as well. Okay, we're back. So let's go back to Hunter's Dream, level up, come back, second boss, and then I think we'll leave the episode there. Okay, I think we can level up, right? Yeah. Let's let's get Vitality up a bit more. Why not? Might as well, because it is still important. Okay. Right. For real this time. Back and go into the second boss. So I'll probably just skip back to where I was. You know, at the ladder where we beat Pumbaa, and then we can carry on from there. Okay, and with that, I fought my way back to where I was. So that's the ladder we went down, killed Pumbaa. So now we can carry on. Now these guys, more of these guys here, are just the worst. Kind of want to kite them one at a time, and this is where those pebbles can come in handy. So let's equip those as well. Sometimes they're good for just throwing at someone. Oh! Damn it, I threw the wrong thing. Well, that's the waste of my Molotov cocktail, so we're not going to be using those against Father Gascoigne. And I still got them both at the same time, which is the exact opposite of what I wanted, so that's good. Oh, this is so annoying. I hate these guys. Right, okay, we dealt with it now. And we've restocked on blood vials, so at the end of the world. You were guarding a bold hunter's mark. Oh, a couple of them. Nice. Okay, so this is where the second boss is. I'm very annoyed that I just wasted that Molotov. It doesn't do, like, it's a nice chunk of damage to him, but again, I only had the one, so it's not going to be the end of the world. We have the music box. I might try and use it. I didn't rely on it that much last time, from what I remember. I think it was mainly parries, so we're going to try and shoot him at the right time and parry him, get some visceral attacks, but let's see how this goes with old Father Gascoigne here. So yeah, he's a fellow hunter, and I actually quite enjoy the boss battles with other hunters. Hunter? I barely know her. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Look at that smile. Alright then, Gascoigne. That didn't go too well. Ouch. Oh, come on. Yes, I got the parry in. Got my health back, and a good little chunk of damage to him. Got him again. Good.
What's that smell?
Oh, didn't get him that time, that's fine.
Sweet blood. Oh, it seems to me it's enough to make a man sick.
Ow. Bit rude, Gascoigne. Just saying. Oh. Oof. Oofed. Oh, come on. Let me have it. No. Okay. Hey. Let's just relax. We're all friends here, apart from the fact that we're evidently not friends. Okay, in his last like third or so he transforms into a beast. Don't seem to be at that stage just yet. He kind of goes a bit werewolfy. I'd love to get another parry on him at some point, but... Oh, I've cornered myself a bit here. Oh, I think I deserved that, I must say. I must insist. There we go. It's actually quite a big area to run around in, but I actually like keeping him in this bit. Oh, okay. Well, let's music box him. See if that works. I don't think it did, but... Oh no, he is. Okay, and... We got him! Nice! First try. Whew! Okay, that music box actually came in handy at the end, a bit of a clutch. Because I don't like him in that beast form. You can also parry him in his beast form, but I didn't. Okay, we got a tomb key. Okay, good. Father Gascoigne first try. Okay, both bosses first try. I didn't want to say anything because I know I jinxed myself, but I did actually do him first try when I last played the game. But I knew if I'd said that before I tried it, he would absolutely wreck me. But we did it. Sweet. Very, very happy about that. New lamp unlocked. Good chunk of souls from him as well, so we can level up, which we will do in a minute, but first I want to go up here. So you can, if you wanted to, a good strat is to like kite him all the way around here, because the whole boss battle takes place in here. Okay, and with that key we just got, we can actually open this gate. So let's just do that, since we're there. But you can kite him all the way around. I just like keeping it quite restricted in that bit, because if he like shoots you, or if he goes for you, sometimes you can hide behind those gravestones and they take the damage and not you, basically. But we can also, if we drop down here, we can see a woman there. So let's search the body. Red jewelled brooch. So if you remember what the little girl was telling us when she asked us to find her mum, she said she wore a giant red brooch. You couldn't miss it. So, very sadly, that is the little girl's mum. Unfortunately, Father Gascoigne killed his wife. And now we've killed Father Gascoigne. So, we've just orphaned that little girl. So you can take that back to her. She gets, obviously, very upset. Or you can actually use the item, and I think it gives you, like, a gem that you can put into your weapons to make it stronger. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. My first playthrough, I gave it back to her. I don't know exactly how it plays out, because I know if you give it back to her and you haven't killed the pig, I know the girl just escapes, and like, she just leaves and tries to go on her own, and then the pig kills her, because when you kill the pig, you pick up the ribbon that the girl owns. I don't know how that would play out now that we've already killed the pig. I assume it's not going to be there to kill her, so what happens? I don't know. So if we find ourselves... I'm not going to, like, destroy the brooch to get the gem just yet. I'm going to kind of wait and see how it plays out. Like if we happen to go to that spot again and we run past that window, we'll probably just give it back to her. But no commitments just yet. Either way, let's get back to the Hunter's Dream and level up again. Very, very pleased with that. How that fight went. Overall, I know a lot of people in the fandom struggle with that fight. I can see why, because he's a bit of a nightmare. We got very lucky that I got that visceral on him and took a good chunk of damage out before he entered that second phase where he transforms into the werewolf, which means you didn't have to like put up with him for as long before he died. So that was quite handy. And yeah, I think parrying for me is the key to that fight. So that's good. So yeah, there's the brooch. You can use it to get a droplet blood gem. Just having a look, like, let's see if we can... Yeah, let's see how much we need to level up and go from there. Okay, we need 3,122 to level up again, so we're not going to get that by popping those cold blood dues, so we might as well not bother. Let's... Maybe we go for an endurance? Why not? Keep those three very, like, fairly balanced. That's what I tend to go for. Alright. Sweet. So we are now level 21. So we started at level 10. So we've more than doubled our level since we've been playing. Oh, and we've got 9 insight. from killing Gascoigne and entering his arena. German's on his holidays, he's not around. So what I want to do is go to where you can buy stuff with insight, this pool here. Because you can actually, now that you've beaten Gascoigne, you can buy his clothes. So there you go. So it's costing 6 insight overall to buy everything, so we're going to do that. So it's just an awesome outfit. I don't necessarily wear it that much. I think it might have a bit of poison resist, which would help for the next boss, I think. But you don't necessarily. Again, the difference in stats between most of the clothes is so little, you might as well just wear something that you think looks nice. So yeah, you do you. But that is one of the outfits that later on in the game, for a boss in the DLC, you can get an extra bit of secret dialogue with it if you wear it, which is fun. But again, that's ways off, and that boss is hard. But yeah, hooray, we've done it. Right, let's go back to where we were so we can wrap things up. So we've now got this, the Tomb of Oedon, I don't know how you pronounce it, but there you go. Let's go back there. But yeah, there we go, guys. That is going to be everything for this first episode. We are literally coming up to me be playing. That's not how you speak, Liam. Been playing for about 2 hours. It's currently 1 hour 58 minutes, but that includes my introduction and everything and making the character. So I'm happy with that. We only died the once, and that's, you kind of have to die at some point to get your weapons. So it was kind of a necessary death. Although we came very close to killing that werewolf. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with that we didn't die outside of that, and we did both of those bosses first time. That, let's not have standards too high, the fact that I managed that, because, yeah, these bosses get really, really difficult for me. I know a lot of people consider Father Gascoigne one of the hardest bosses in the game. For me, I don't struggle with him too badly, but there are others that I'm just like, oh my god. So as we get deeper into the game, do not expect any first time attempts. Maybe some of them if we fluke it, but most of the bosses I didn't do first time. Let's just say that for sure. So yeah, we'll see how that all unfolds, but for now I think we're going to leave it here, and we kind of take our tentative steps into the next area in the next one, and we're going to make our way to the third boss, which is the Blood-Starved Beast. Now, I'm not expecting to do that first time. I really struggled with the Blood-Starved Beast in my playthrough, because he does poison damage and he can poison you, which is very, very mean, and that whole area is actually quite tough getting to him. So I'm not really looking forward to that, particularly. So we'll see how we fare in that episode. But that's going to be everything for now. Hopefully you enjoyed this first kind of bumper edition episode. It's probably going to be quite a long one, since we're introducing the game and everything, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Please do kind of like and comment and share, all that kind of stuff, if you want to see more of this series. Because, yeah, if you enjoy seeing me struggle, this is probably going to be one you'll like to watch if you want to see me rip all my hair out. So yeah, I'm excited to continue. Hopefully you guys are as well. Let me know your thoughts on Bloodborne if you played it, like who your favourite bosses, who your least favourite, favourite areas, least favourite areas, or if you haven't seen the game before, you haven't played it yourself, what are your impressions of it from this? I would be very, very interested to know. But for now, that is going to be everything from old Harry Potter-esque Liam here. You can't really see his face or glasses anymore because of this new outfit, but that is going to be everything for now. I hope you enjoyed, thanks for watching, and yeah, I will see you next time.